Hello, Empty Nester 44 here, back again, trying to make some videos these days. I am in my bathroom. Yes, it is mint green. No, that's not what color I would paint it, but that's what color it is painted. So, I live in a rental, so therefore I can't change the paint color. So, it is what it is. Let's acknowledge it. It's mint green. I am going to show you my palette collection today. I have mostly eyeshadow palettes, but I do have a few like blush palettes and contour and highlight palettes as well. I'll share with you. I got a few, so I figured maybe I would show them to you and maybe you would see something that you liked, or I'll just show you how excessive I am about palettes. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, so here we go. We will start with the ones I have the least of. So we will start with the non-eyeshadow palettes. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio. Got this in a BoxyCharm. It is pretty. This is what it looks like. It's very peachy. I like it, but I like pinks better. But anyway, that's my blush palette. This is an oldie but goodie. The Urban Decay Gwen Stefani collab, and it's a blush palette, and I'm not sure how much I'll be able to even show because it's a mess in there. It's kind of broken up, and that one's not even in there anymore. But you can kind of see it a little bit. Pinks and kind of browns. This is beat up, like I need a new one. This is the Pure Cosmetics Sculptor palette. It came in a BoxyCharm, and I like it and use it. It's got kind of your more maybe contours or bronzers, and then some highlights. I have used that quite a bit. This is one that I have bought. This is a Morphe blush palette. I love their blush. I've got this one, now I need to get another one. This is what this looks like. Kind of browns and peaches. I would like to get one like this, but with pinks. So that's what I'm working on next. But very nice blush palette. And last but not least, a highlighting palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is called the Dream Glow Kit. I love the packaging. Look at that. There's a lot of fallout on these, but I promise you get great payoff. So these are just really awesome highlighters, if you can see. Iridescent. It's kind of hard to tell. So there are those. And I will wash those off. My favorite makeup wipe removers are from Costco, the Kirkland brand. They're really nice and wet, and they take off makeup beautifully if you're looking for a good, reasonably priced makeup wipe. Okay, now on to eyeshadow palettes. Here we go. This is the ColourPop Lit palette. This is in collaboration with Bretman Rocks, who is a YouTuber. The name of your colors are on back. I saw this one. This is my color. This is my jam. Like reds and corals and browns, and love this. I just wore this yesterday. So let's go to some older ones here. And last fall, I think I just decluttered a bunch, and I've kind of accumulated a few. This was another BoxyCharm, the My Little Pony ColourPop palette. Again, on their palettes, they put the colors on the back, or the names on the back. I don't really care about names, so I could care less if I know the name or not. Look at this one. So pretty. This one is, I had to kind of press back together, but it's okay. I keep this palette just for this mint green shade right here. It is beautiful. Look at that. That's why I keep the palette. Okay, My Little Pony. And here's an older one. Who doesn't have this, you guys? This is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this one. This, you can see this, this is well used and beat up. This was the palette that made me fall in love with like reds and corals and, you know, that. It's perfectly neutral if you love neutrals, but it's also got some beautiful red colors. Love this. Still use it to this day. On the lines of Anastasia Beverly Hills, I also have the Norvina palette. It's purple. The only thing I don't like about her palettes is they're kind of that velvet and everything sticks to them and they get kind of junky, but that's okay. Norvina. Love this one as well. This one is also well used. Purples and pinks. Love, love. I just found another highlight and bronzer contour palette that I should have showed you with the other group. I got lost in here. This is the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, or as they call her, Kat Von Diphtheria, whatever. I don't use this one much anymore, but this is it. It's a nice palette. I just don't agree with her philosophy on vaccines for children, or lack thereof. Being a pediatric nurse, I'm sure that's not a big surprise to anybody, but there's her Shade and Light palette. This is a pure Festival palette. I got this in BoxyCharm. I will be honest, I have not used it yet. I will. It's a 12-piece pressed pigment palette. It's got some beautiful like foil kind of glitter shades. It's a beautiful palette. I just haven't used it yet. Let's see. See, they're really, really chunky. You would maybe even have to have glitter glue to use this, to be honest with you. And they're messy. I still have glitter all over my hands, but it's a beautiful palette. I just need to use it. This is the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. I love this. It is a beautiful neutral and very shimmery palette. In fact, I have it on today. I believe it got dropped, so there is one color that is a little fallen apart there, but see, beautiful, beautiful browns and neutrals. Love Juvia's Place. Their formula is awesome. I just have like eyeshadow all over my sink area here. This is a newer one. You'll see a lot of color pop in my collection because I love their formula and it's so reasonably priced. This is the Brunch Date palette. And this was in collaboration with Zoella, who is also a YouTuber, is my understanding. How cute is the packaging? I mean to tell you. This is also a pretty neutral palette with some pops of color. Very pretty. You can see I love I love the shimmer shades, so they'll always have dents in them. But very beautiful palette. And I haven't even taken the, how satisfying. Haven't even taken the plastic off the mirror yet. There's that one. This is one that after seeing YouTubers that love neutral and they love this palette, and I bought it, and I think I bought it half off in a half off Ulta sale or something, and then I got it. I was like, I don't like it as much as I thought I would. I still use it, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. But it is the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay. I mean, it's a decent formula for sure. I used to have all of them. It's beautiful. It was just maybe a little bit more bronzy, or I don't know, a little more bronzy than I was looking for. And also, they're beautiful colors, beautiful, but they don't have any really, great shimmers in it. So if I do wear this palette, then I usually do grab a neutral shimmer from a different palette. Also, another BoxyCharm. I love this one. I don't use it enough. Alamar Cosmetics. This is the Reina del Caribe eyeshadow palette volume 1. I didn't think I would love this, but then I tried it. I did kind of a pumpkin orange like vibe last fall, and I loved it, like a pumpkin spice latte look, and I loved it. The formula is awesome. It's very different. Some people might sleep on this palette, but they shouldn't. This shimmer right here is beautiful, and I've used both of these for that, like that pumpkin spice latte, and it was beautiful. This is a really nice formula, you guys. It's so creamy. Don't sleep on it. That's all I'm going to say. I've used this blue or teal peacock color. Beautiful. Okay. Now we will move on after I wash my hands. Love, love, love this palette. Love this so much. I love the Too Faced formula. That is no lie, or that is no secret. The Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. I got it last fall. I'm in love. I've used it a ton. This is actually like this would be a travel palette that I would take with me, to be honest. Look, it's just neutral enough, but it's also got some great pops of color in it too. So, love, love, love this one. Well loved. Okay, the last stack, and also like the craziest palettes I have, some of them. This is a Morphe palette. It is called the 15B Brunch Babe. It came in a boxy deluxe, I think. Love this one. My daughter loves this one. She's a neutral girl. But there's some gorgeous, look, you can see. There are some gorgeous neutrals in here and some beautiful shimmers. And that coral is gorgeous too. Love. Love this one. It's beautiful. This is a very, very nice neutral palette if you're looking for something neutral. My ColourPop again. This is the It's My Pleasure palette by ColourPop. It's one of their little 9-pan palettes. Again, names are on the back. I don't care. And look at this. OMG, purples and pinks. We've got like a couple duochromes here that are just beautiful. Let me swatch these. Oh my gosh, look at those, you guys. I wonder if I can. Oh my God, they're beautiful. Can't even see how gorgeous they are. Love this palette. Wear it often. I kind of use these two, especially this one is kind of a transition shade. And then I pop some of these duochrome ones kind of on the lid. Love. And they're like 12 or 15 bucks, you guys. They're so, so reasonable. This was also a BoxyCharm palette, and I wasn't so sure what I would think of it, but I've used it and I love it. This is the Ace Beauté Grandiose palette. Love. You'll see why. Because it's reds and corals and pinks. I've done some really good looks with this one. Love. Okay. Another Juvia's Place, because I love their formula. This is called the Masquerade Mini. I'm not into like really super colorful looks, but I like to have colorful palettes if and when I do that. So this is the Mini Masquerade. You've got wonderful neutrals in here, as well as some, you know, the first, you know, the bottom 2 rows are really nice neutrals, and the top through 2 rows are colorful. So this is a great travel palette. You can get just about any look out of it that you need to. Love this. Okay. Again, another BoxyCharm. This is the Nightingale Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow palette. It is certainly not my favorite, but I like to have neutral palettes. It's more of cool neutrals, as you can see. It's very pretty. If you love browns and stuff, it's very pretty. I've used it a few times. If I were to declutter anything in this collection, it'd probably be this one. Okay. We got to do one more wipe of hands. Here's what happened. I'll tell you why there's so much eyeshadow around. My Toasted palette by Tarte broke. And it crumbled up and got all over inside my palette drawer. So I cleaned out my drawer right before I started filming. And I've got eyeshadow all over everywhere. That's why. So if you see me wiping down palettes, which I am right now, you'll understand. Okay. This, let me just give her a little wipe down. This is a huge Morphe palette that I love. This is the 35F Fall into Frost palette. You'll see why I love it, of course, because you know what colors I love. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette for the fall. Lots of pinks, mauves, some kind of bronzy, just everything you could think of. I love this palette. And the last two palettes, which are like the creme de la creme of all palettes that I have and I love. And if you know me well, you know why. The Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. Love it. It's very bulky though. I mean, you can't store it with your other palettes, as you can see, but it's kind of a, you know, kind of a collector's item, and I do use it. So that's the Blood Sugar palette. It's got these little things that flip open like a suitcase. But oh, his formula is just second to none. It's so soft and creamy and beautiful. The shimmers are beautiful. So I love this one. And last but not least, this is my newest one. It is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. Also has a little latch on here. He kind of designed this to look sort of like a jewelry box / coffin, I guess. Again, very bulky, hard to store, but it hasn't stopped me. So here it is. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. He has some shimmers in here that are just out of this world, like ocean ice. Look at that. Ice tray. Entitled. Look. There it is in all of its glory. Okay. I am going to wipe this stuff off, you guys. This his formula. If you've never tried it, it is the bomb. So that is all I have for my palette collection. Let me know which ones you liked, or if there was anything you saw you'd never seen before that you'd like to try. If you have any questions, give me a shout out. You know how to do it. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.